my paranormal people and my viewers on my page. Um, I want to do something a little different today. I wanted to talk about well, it was some I had a little comment discussion with two of my viewers. One, of course, is the very first one, the comment on my page, KimStar66, and a new subscriber, and I say thank you to Thomas. Um, his question was, what is actually eating? What about all the little bones that are being found, and who's eating these people? My answer to that is theoretical at best, because I can tell you right now, it is no one who is human. Those humans I know could do something that extreme to where they practically devour a human body. I know. I think it was Jeffrey Dahmer. That was the cannibal that was eating his victims. Um, and of course, they put him to death. So, other than him, I can tell you this: is no known human I know that could do something like that. It's got to be some otherworldly or dimensional creature that can actually swallow the human body whole. So I'm guessing maybe they digest the entire body, or they chew it up first, digest it, and they spit out what's left, which would be probably the top of your cranium, or or like one tooth. Now that would also explain the reason why you never find any blood. So they obviously eat everything and drink the blood at the same time. You know, it's got to be that, because when they find the bones, there's nothing left but the bone itself. There's no reason for what is, you know, for why it's being found. Just like the Jerry Adadero case, where when they found the remains of him, all they found, I think they said, was the top of his cranium with a deep embedded scratch in it. It looked like it was more. It looked like it was carved in there by a blade or a laser, and a tooth that was laying on top of pine straw. Now, there isn't a person I know that would take the time out to place a tooth on top of pine straw, because it just doesn't seem like a killer would do something that thorough. You know, like, okay, because if a tooth would be the only thing left behind, I would think it would be on the ground and it would be covered up by debris and dirt and uh, leaves and pine straw. But it's almost like someone placed it on top of the pine straw. So, as far as that, like I said, it could be some elemental creature. It could be a creature, like I said, from another dimension, another Earth. It could be, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously some kind of a creature. What kind of creature? I don't know. None I know. I mean, I don't even know if Bigfoot can, consume a human body like that to where there's nothing left but one tiny little bone, like as if they spit it out. Because whoever's doing this, they're doing it quite well to where they don't leave any blood behind at all. So they basically eat the entire body. So I'm thinking whatever it is, it's big enough to come down on top of a person and just consume the entire body, come down on it and just scoop it up by, by, let's just say you're standing like this is you right here, right? And my hand comes down on top of that finger and grabs the entire finger and then just eats it. Just like that, it swallows it whole. It's got to be some creature that swallows the body whole, and then it probably even chews on it some too, just to be able to swallow it, and then it just spits out the bone, and that's it. That's my theoretic guess on what could be doing that. And also had a little conversation with KimStar66 about what secrets do the park rangers hold, or what they're keeping, from the public. I really don't think that they know what is really happening. I know they know something is happening, and they can assess the evidence as well as the facts around the cases. And they know something weird is going on, but as far as knowing, I don't think they really know what it is, because whatever this is, whatever kind of entity it could be, it's it it's invisible. It doesn't show itself. The only thing that is noticeable is the fear that it promotes. Because one person I heard about on Coast to Coast said that he was jogging on a trail in a forest, and all of a sudden he got this tremendous amount of fear that he felt. It just came over him. But it was like he could sense it. It was like extended out, where he could feel it around him, and it was like engulfing him almost. And it was the most intense feeling he's ever felt in his life. And he stopped for a second. He was like, "Am I really feeling this?" And in another second, he was like, "Okay, I gotta get out of here." And he takes off running back through this grassy field and through some more trees and back to his car and took off. And I don't think he ever went back. But he literally felt the fear or the evil, that this thing was promoting. And you can't see it. You could only feel it. So I don't know what it could be. I really don't. Now, as far as, like I said, them keeping the secrets, they don't know, but the higher ups do. I know that for a fact, because there was a family I heard about that David Paulides talked about, that he was interviewing. They went to the national park and asked to speak to the park superintendent. They wouldn't even come out of their office. Okay, so the fact that they can treat the families of the victim like that, just because they want to find out what happened to their child or their sibling or whoever else, they're not budging about anything. I mean, David Paulides has tried his best to get the evidence and the files on these people that disappeared, like the Stacy Ann Ayers case. He's never been able to get that file. Reason being, a Green Beret, ex-Green Beret, called in to open lines one night when David Paulides was being interviewed by George Norrie. And George Norrie asked him a career of questions. And he was a wealth of information. He was. He told him that the reason why he can't get that file is because, first of all, the Green Berets that assist in the search for a person, they are classified soldiers, and once they put their name on that report that they have to gather for what's going on, the report itself becomes instantly classified, because the names of the people are classified as well. You're not supposed to really know anything about the Green Berets. They have classified clearance, they have classified identities. So it's just, and their names are just as classified as anything else. So as soon as they put their John Hancock on that report, that's it. You'll never be able to get it because it's classified. It becomes government property. And see, my thing is, the National Park Service, they know that. So they purposely call in the Green Berets so that no one will come asking for that file. And they don't even let them help. When they land and they start searching for this person, they go off on their own, and they set up their own grid, and their own station, and they don't want the help of the National Park Service or the Rangers or any type of law enforcement, including the FBI. They don't want no help at all. They go off on their own and do what they got to do, and then they do like a type of grid search, and then that's it. They leave. Now, as far as the FBI is concerned, they don't need to be there either, because the only time they're supposed to be involved in a disappearance, like a kidnapping or whatever, a crime would have to be involved. And there has never been any evidence of a crime with these people that vanish, especially when it comes to little kids. They will get involved with the kidnapping of a child if there's a crime, involved in their disappearance. But if there's not, they don't handle those kind of cases. But they'll say, we're just monitoring the case. Why would you even be there in the first place? Unless there is some sort of like other level type shit going on, because this falls in the realm of the X-Files. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they always seem to show up at this. But, and sometimes the parents even say they want the FBI to be involved, or special forces, or whatever the case may be. There are even parents that have called the president or wrote a letter to the president, and he flat out denied them. So there is some really high level, upper level stuff going on here. The government is involved in some way for them to even turn them down. The FBI is involved in some way for them to be involved in the case at all. And then the National Park Service, they know what's going on. But whatever this entity is, it is so ominous and so feared and evil that they can't do anything about what they're doing. So they just let them run amok. There's nothing they can do. This entity or being is too powerful for words. Okay, we're talking about they can kill you without even laying a hand on you, because there's never a cause of death on the body of the person that was found in the woods or in a creek bed somewhere. It's just some lifeless corpse. And the way I see it, they either they steal your soul, or they zap your energy, or they suck the energy right out of your body, because they probably live off that. They probably live off of energy, or your soul, or like I said, your energy. But going back to what that captain I told you about in my last video, I was talking about Captain Randy Cramer. He said that the soul itself is comprised particles of quantum. It's like a quantum fluid, and it's like we're talking about the microscopic, and the more and that your soul alone makes up a sheet, of this quantum fluid, and they can actually extract it from your body, and they can put it in like a canister or some kind of like a fluid almost, and then they can actually put it into like a clone or something like that. So I'm thinking before, like I said, that it could have something to do with these people disappearing as well. The government probably kidnaps or takes people unknowingly, and they instantly become a guinea pig for this new technology they call soul science. That's what Captain Randy Cramer called it, soul science. He doesn't know too much about it, but everybody has like quantum fluid, which makes up your soul, and they can actually extract it. This is a technology given to the government by the gray aliens. Okay, and they've had this technology for quite some time now. Okay, so as far as that goes, I would think that may have something to do with it. But like I said, it could be some spirit drinking creature from another realm or another dimension, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but that's my take on that. And also KimStar66 mentioned something about creatures from within the earth that may be taking these people. And I was telling her that it could have something to do, if they're in the earth living somewhere, it could have something to do with that rogue planet that hit the earth when it was first being formed. And when it slammed into it, it actually penetrated the earth, causing a big chunk to come out on the other end, which coalesced into the moon, which is why we have our moon today. But also, remember what I said, it penetrated the earth, so it is still within the earth itself. So that could be what it is. They are living on this second earth that is within which is actually close to the core. I don't know, but that's what I've been hearing. When that rogue planet hit the earth, it penetrated our earth, causing it to actually settle within the core, and so it actually is deriving, right? This is where all this stuff derived from. So I think that may have something to do with it too. So I hope that answers all the questions that was posted on my comment page. Just, like I said, be available for more videos, because I will be posting more throughout the week. So like I said, I hope that answers all of your questions, and whatever theories that I may have, I will post more of those as well, because I got a lot more dealing with what's going on here. So got to get ready for work as usual. Got to work, 7-day work week. So aloha, mahalo, and a hui ho. Aloha, guys. Stay safe and be blessed.